Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy giveaway Wednesday. Good morning, Warmex. How you doing? Gold just got nuked. First comment I see of the day. Let's see what happened to MGC here. Just look at gold. Ooh, yeah, it did. Holy moly, $12. 3.3% down on gold. Well, this is I think we mentioned it last week. This is all in part due to what's his name? Kevin Walsh, because he said gold is no longer the standard that the US is going to be looking for. And that is a hefty drop. Nice. 3.3%. Gold ended up being a no break on the IB yesterday too. The IB was disgusting. Tuesdays suck. Tuesdays suck so bad. I got smoked yesterday. Gold didn't work. SPY didn't work. QQQ didn't work. Yeah, it's just Tuesday. I wonder if crypto will be the new standard if gold isn't. I believe Kevin Walsh said energy is going to be the new standard. So if we can find BSE energy index. This one's not really up too much. There was one energy. It was like VTech or something like that. That was, I don't know the ticker to it. VTech. I don't remember. Something to do with energy was what he said the new standard is going to be. This makes me feel a little bit better seeing Soxel down $70 yesterday, which would be a tough hold, but I'm just coping at this point after selling it way down here, basically off the chart. Anyway, what's going on, Eden? How you doing? 5-1 Media. IB was real tough yesterday. The IB was awful yesterday. Honestly, just the entire market was, even after hours. Everyone that I spoke to after that, good friends with for trading, they had a very difficult day yesterday, myself included. I was unable to walk away, and it costed me. But it was a terrible session all around. We had a failure on the IB. I think we ended up almost getting top ticked at where the entry that I got in was. I was green by $60. I don't think I'm going to be trading SPY anymore. This is the third time in a week that something like last Thursday, I got smoked on that. Almost smoked. Last Wednesday, last Tuesday even. SPY is just not a very good asset to trade. We have double break on IB and NQ and ES in London session and FDAX on the downside. I made some money, but was confused. Right break in ES and wrong break in NQ. Yesterday was a 3% outcome, by the way. So if we go and look at all the stats for what happened yesterday, I do have to get my trade copier set up here as well. Make this group. Good. Yesterday, so if we pull up edgeful to get our edgeful data, we go to QQQ. First thing that we're going to look at is the diverged IB. QQQ breaking, but SPY not breaking. Is this the one I was looking for? For the initial bounce breakout, double breakdown first. So that's a 9% data point. I had all the stats pulled up yesterday. I just got to go and find them real quick. So SPY not break. We had a no break on SPY yesterday. SPY did not break the upside or the downside of the IB. That alone, so for the regular IB, that alone on a Monday, well, just in general, 3%, 3.25%. But if we go and customize it to weekdays and we look at a Monday, 4.35% for a Monday that SPY doesn't break. We also had the diverged IB where QQQ broke down, but SPY did not. Q's broke the low and then had a crazy aggressive bounce off the low. Pushed up, hit IB 25, almost went back to the IB low, and then just chopped up for the rest of the day. SPY never got really below the IB 75, and when it did, it immediately popped back up almost at the IB 50. What I should have done, and I'm a little disappointed in myself yesterday, this is what caused such a bad losing day for me. I took the stop loss before the stop loss hit. I had QQQ's chart pulled up, not SPY. I saw the IB 25 hit, went over to Tradeovate, closed the position, flipped. SPY did not hit it. And funny enough, I would have been green by probably $80, 12 points, 14 points, somewhere in that region at 115. And then we went and hit the stop loss at 230, pivoted back up almost at the IB 50, and then never got back below the IB 75. Why is gold dumping? Let's see. I think the news that we have on gold is that Kevin Walsh just said that, which is could be a big brain play. If you guys remember, gold in Russia are still trying to create like their own gold-backed currency that they want to outcompete the US dollar with, which I don't think will ever happen. But I believe that what we're looking for is some kind of news regarding energy versus gold. The only thing that I see on Walter Bloomberg this morning was just him calling out that gold is down. The only tweet that's on here is spot gold extends fall, last down over 3% at 3,978 an ounce. For the overall position of gold, I don't see any news as to why it's dropping. JP Morgan lowered oil price outlook. Spot silver falls, spot gold falls. These are all just pushes on what the price was. Trump tells Fox no rush getting inspectors into Iranian sites. China takes supercomputing crown. I don't see anything on here for gold. I don't see any tweets, any news. Still nothing. 2 hours back, nothing. I don't know if there's an actual reason for this, or this is just still pushing from what Kevin Walsh said. I did like how much easier Powell's name was to say, but I'm sure I'll get used to this anytime now. I don't know what the reason for it was. I don't see any news. I don't see any headlines. It's pretty funny to me. So all the headlines on my For You page on Twitter, I don't know if you guys have the same right now, but every headline that I see is SPX crashes, SPCX, SpaceX crashes, NVIDIA's crashing, but NVIDIA's back below the $5 trillion market cap for the first time in like 6 months. Tesla crashing, SanDisk crashing. These are all stocks that are up. Like SanDisk is up 2,000% in the past year. So if you bought SanDisk last August, at $42 a share. It's at 1,000. It hit 2,000 a share, but it went from 2,300 yesterday to 1,900. So you go and see all these just idiotic tweets. The one that I always get a crack out of is the Kowalski letter. I think I have him muted for that reason. Something like this. Kowalski letter. Let's see, the latest. Oh, I have a tweet about it right now. I guess I have them maybe even blocked, but they post tweets all the time. I guarantee if you go on their page, there's going to be one that says SanDisk crashing, because I did see this from the Bull Theory account yesterday. SanDisk is up 2,000% year to date or over the year, and it's down 13% yesterday, which is absolutely nothing. I would still be tickle pink if there's that saying again. If I bought these shares at 50 and it went to 2,300 and I'm still holding them at 2,000, which is what it's at pre-market. And then same thing, SpaceX crashes. SpaceX just IPO'd, and they're still actually above what their IPO price is. Their IPO price was 135. They're at 151. They went up to 225. Now they're back down to 151. These are shares that can't be sold anyway. So the movement that this is happening or this is having is irrelevant. There's absolutely no reason to even be looking at the chart. I think it's 12%. 12% of shares are being actively. Yes, that one. Kablesi. Let's see. I bet if we go on that account, Kablesi. There we go. So this account right here, spot gold officially falls below 4,000, and they always take screenshots of the worst possible chart outlook to make it look as bad as possible. Silver crashing, U.S. oil crashing. This is good for everyone that's in the U.S., by the way, or really around the world. Gas prices should start coming back down to the low threes within the next month. Gas stations just have to get rid of what they've been buying for $4-5. Should be one on here for SanDisk yesterday. Let's see. NASDAQ futures extend losses to -3%. South Korea's. Let's see if I just look up SanDisk. SNDK. Bar chart has one. Like, this is what I'm saying. It hit 99.13, but this is a bullish outlook. There should be one from Bull Theory on here somewhere. They posted one yesterday that said it was crashing. They all do the same thing. These are pretty much the same exact posts, same exact screenshots. It just cracks me up that people look at the short term of it, pretty much everything. Samsung, Korea, dollar. Is that SanDisk? S&P 500. Anyway, you get the point. So everything's. I don't think this is too bad of a situation that we're in right now. I don't know why gold's falling. Long answer. Very long answer to that question. I don't know why it's falling, but it is down significantly pre-market. Now, what we're looking at for data today, the overwhelming data point, the overwhelming stat that I'm going to be looking for is that opening week range. Now, we have a 91.3 stat that price breaks out of the opening week range, high or low. And if I was a betting man, what's going on, Andre? Good morning. I would say that we probably go and take opening week range low today, which is $3 down from where we are right now. But we've seen crazier things. Good morning. You picked quite the day to not trade yesterday. That was a very good choice. Yesterday sucked. Tuesdays are awful Can we remove that from everything? Can you just come on to edgeful on a Tuesday and everything be blacked out?
Yeah. Just nothing on there. No reports. No what's in play.
No reason to get in anything.
Change everything to say no trades.
Yes.
Yeah, that was crazy, actually. I was doing a lot of videos yesterday, so I was like not looking at the charts at all. And I see the perfect IB50. The low forms first.
Yep.
The high form second, closes near the high. It comes back to the 25. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting entry for 100 points. Yeah. And then another entry at the 50. Looks good. Bounced 100 points off the 50 initially. And then just reversed and flushed. And that was pretty much it.
So this was the stat that we had yesterday. I was showing the entire stream. Dan was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We had obviously one of the losses on here now, but we had a 7% stat yesterday. Yeah. We closed in the 25%, 0 to 25% on both SPY and Qs. We had 42 and 38. So it may have still been 4. I don't know if it scrapped one of the earlier days. Anyway, this stat was 7 to 10% that we didn't break the high. We had a 3% chance that the IB itself had a no break on SPY, 3.25. QQQ went and took the low, SPY didn't, so that another diverged stat that was like 5%. Opening candle continuation was green. Outside day stat. It was
unbelievable. The outside day stat, though, the by size, I know Dan.
Yeah, even by it was 6 of 6 for SPY with the size.
One of them was 1 of 1. So the 100% one that was on the what's in play yesterday, because I looked at it.
I disregarded that one.
That one was. That was that one.
I didn't look at that one. I think it was by weekday. It was on ES, but it said 6 of 6. I made sure to go into the details for it. I disregarded this report though.
Yeah. Because I saw it and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I was like, oh, well, we opened like 800 points down. I was like, I don't know if that's gonna happen, honestly.
After all the data, the more you look at, the more stupid yesterday was, and of course it happened on a Tuesday. It had to have been a 90 to 95% stat that we continued to the IB high.
I wonder how much a 430 point IB contributes to that.
Probably quite a bit. SPY's was 80 points as well.
Yeah.
But that's
a huge
terrible. IB. Yeah. And it was
430.
It's all within 30 minutes, really.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wonder how much that contributes.
I got hosed at that little pivot top. I got in. I just traded poorly yesterday too, but nothing to do about it now.
Yeah. So for everyone that's like confused, I see a comment here, started trading the IB this week, down 300. What happened yesterday is equivalent to Michael Jordan missing an open layup. Like sometimes there's a fast break, they go for the layup, and they just miss.
Love that.
Like, it happens. It's happened to LeBron. It's happened to Michael Jordan. It's happened to Kobe. It's happened to Steph Curry. Like, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen again. So that's really one thing where to keep that in mind of like, yesterday was A+. Mm-hmm. The next time you see it, don't think about yesterday because it's still going to be A+ next time. So what happened yesterday is literally like Michael Jordan missing an open layup, and it's happened, and it will happen again. But you take that trade 99 out of 100 times, 90 out of 100 times, whatever it is, it's going to go in your favor.
Yeah, I said that I don't know how many times because of this one. You took this trade 42 times over, you lost 4 times. You won 38 times.
Anyone's I think anyone would take that.
Oh, that's the stat that changed yesterday because we had a no break. So this was 38, 39. And then we swapped it out with the no break stat. We swapped a win out with the no break stat.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you 42 times you could have taken that trade. You lost 4 of them. One was yesterday.
Sounds pretty good to me, honestly.
And it was bad.
Yeah.
Bad day all around. Now we have gold that is dumping. Might be time for I know this is probably too early over the longer time frame, but maybe time to buy some physical gold again.
It's crazy to see from 5,600 to under 4K for the first time.
Yeah, I sold mine on this Thursday. I went and sold my silver, my physical silver that I had on the Thursday that it peaked, Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Went to a pawn shop and sold. It was
Did
a
you get your
wedding
eyes
gift.
poked out?
I get my eyes poked out
at the at a pawn shop.
No, they actually. I think it was $6 below the spot.
Pretty good.
I got we got a 10-ounce block or kilogram for our wedding gift. I don't remember what it was, but spot price at the time, because I was looking at my phone, it was like 124.
Yeah.
And we got 118 for it per ounce.
It's a pretty big spread.
Yeah, but
that's pretty good, honestly. If you go to like a random pawn shop and you're not like shopping it around.
Yeah, and I was saying the entire time coming back, I was asking my wife, I was like, how the heck do they make money if they just bought it and it crashes the next day? Not knowing that it was going to crash the next day.
Or they sell it to someone who doesn't know, and then they just like kind of poke their eyes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said that they probably melt it down and make jewelry, and that's how they get their
money.
Oh,
yeah, that's another. Look at her. Smarter than both of us.
She knows jewelry.
Yeah. I'm going to get another coffee. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'll buy gold at 50% retracement around 3,600. It's pretty close to where it is right now. It's not too far off. 300 points. But this is a ridiculous. This is 150 points. That's $1,500 on a single micro just this morning on gold. Which should show you that you don't need. I mean, I only traded 2 micros yesterday. That was the largest position I had, and I still got absolutely destroyed. So you don't need to have any additional size on top of what you're trading for micros, especially with the way the market's moving right now. I'm going to be looking. I think that we probably go down, and especially with the gap we have now, it's below 0.19, which is a little disappointing because I swung a long overnight with options. It was looking real good pre-market. Then whatever happened in gold is leaking over to Qs and SPY right now. But we should see probably a little push down to that opening week range low. Maybe not on Qs. Qs is gapped at 0.36. Which gap filled by size for that, not that likely that we fill it, surprisingly. Well, actually on Qs, never mind. It's 8, 16, 14. And then if we gap up any more than this, so if we get another 0.04 before open, it goes down to 25% that we fill it. So pretty unlikely there.
Yeah, this is the gap fill looks. I could hear you. The gap fill looks solid on ES and NQ.
Yeah,
and like you were saying with the opening week range, which would technically be the inside bars too.
Yep. I will say, last time this happened though, it might have even been last week. Not saying that we shouldn't take it, because the exact same thing, like what happened yesterday, you're going to take that 42 times over. Last week, we didn't end up breaking it. It was either last week or the week before, one of these two. Spire Qs. Might have been
What I would-
Qs last week.
What I would
Yeah,
love to see,
barely
honestly, is a move up to 29,800, ideally to like 29,850. Or, let me just pull up my screen 1 sec.
So what do you think of this if we, because with these stats, if we gap up on Qs 0.02, then it goes into the third bracket, which drops all the way down to 25% that we fill it.
I mean, we're there kind of now, aren't we? Or
And that's what
on NQ we are.
Enough data points to validate it, right?
Yeah.
12. So another 0.03, 0.02. And
what are we at now on Qs?
0.37. So it's barely off that third bracket, which would drop it from 88 to 25, which is pretty crazy that just a 0.1% changes it that much.
Try the custom one. If you go to the customizations, the custom range, because the 0.4 to 0.7 might be a pretty big one.
So let's do, I'll put like 0.35. I'll do 0.35 to 0.5. Almost 50-50.
It's only 7 though.
So quite a few that were over 0.69.
Yeah. Or it's between 0.5 and
0.5 that are over 0.5.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like we'll have to worry about that. It's got 2 minutes left and it's dropped quite a bit.
And it's pulling back down. I would love if we get a crazy push up into 29,900 and just clear the pre-market high. I mean, that's actually a pretty big move, honestly. I would love a move up into this like pre-market highs zone. Let me just pull up my screen.
Yeah, go for it.
I would love a move into something like this to get short and look for that.
Would you be looking for that gap fill by spike report?
Yeah, but the gap fill by spike, in addition to like this area, so the gap fill by spike, like the way that I use it, the thing to remember with the gap fill by spike is the thing to remember with the gap fill by spike is in this case, you're looking at a 50-point move on average. Let me just make sure everything is in here. Yeah, so you're looking at a 50-point move on average for a gap up that fills. But there are some days that are going to be 10 points and there are going to be days that are going to be 100 points. And then the average ends up being 50. So like, that's why we actually included the max. So you know what like the single highest is. In this case, it would be like the max would be all the way up here. So if it does actually reclaim, that's actually a perfect example. So if it reclaims the pre-market highs, I would not expect the gap to fill, is what this is saying.
Gotcha.
Because it ironically, oh, wow. Already with a 55-point, like practically 1 second candle.
Yep.
And there's the gap fill. Awesome. Awesome.
There's a gap fill. Awesome.
All right. I'll pull up your screen again. Incredible.
I got out of my SPY calls at 2.2. So I got a $60 loss on those. Not too bad.
Did you enter them at the close?
Yeah, I was looking for a gap up inside day, which we did get, but it just wasn't quite enough. It's not too bad of a loss. It's $300. I had 4 contracts or 240. It was looking really good. We were at 737 pre-market, and then that tank on gold just kind of screwed us there.
So when you're looking at the previous week's range, were you looking with the calls just to swing it, like not like were
So
you
what
looking? Just I'd love to
the
hear
whole strategy with this is just looking for. I'll pull up I did it twice last week on Wednesday and Friday, or within the past 2 weeks. So anytime I don't have like a specific, I'll put it at 3%. If we have a 3% drop on SPY or a 4% drop on Qs, the following day, we typically go back and hit 50% of that move, either at the open. Like we did, this was ideal on Friday, June 5th. We hit 50% to the dot on SPY and on Qs. And then the following day is usually the one that goes and breaks that inside bar because it's just too big of a range.
Yeah.
The last time we had this, so the last time I traded this was, I don't do it for green days because the market can stay irrational on those green days and continue pushing regardless.
Yeah.
This was the last one that I traded, was October 2025. So we had a 4% drop, gapped up to 50%, and then we did nothing for the rest of the week, and then we started breaking.
And so then from there, you're looking at what?
I'm looking for it to get to 50%, and then this is a multiplier. This is the way that I learned it anyway. His name is Birdie, he's made, I don't know, $400-something million off SPY SPX contracts. Crazy enough. He works with Webull. I bet you can find him if you wanted to. So this is a multiplier for the inside bar. So the more days that we spend within that range, that's anticipating the break for coming months. So that's how he gets his bias for however long. No invalidation on it, by the way. Last one was that 13% day that we had. And I sounded psychotic saying it when we had this day. By the way, I could have held that a little bit longer. That's a bit unfortunate. I sounded psychotic saying this back in April last year, but that 13% day, we had 9 days within it. So like 102% implied move, something like that. And we've made about half of it so far, but all these other inside bars are also lining up with what we're doing. So it's from the low of the inside bar to the high. We've made 83% of that move from April so far. So we should be anticipating another 20% up. And then funny enough, these ones also, this 4% drop, I believe had another 9 or 10 in it. So 40% from there.
And this is like a swing trading, like you just keep holding it.
Yeah. And look how perfectly that lines up with the high.
Yeah.
102%, 40%. And then the last one we had, this was a 4.7% day. We had 3 days within it. So that's basically 15%, maybe a little bit over. So 16% we'd be targeting just to right about there.
Where he showed me the percentages from?
It's a multiplier, so the size of the day, however many bars are within it, that's the multiplier that you're anticipating the move to have.
Okay.
So we had a 13% day. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10th one was the one that broke, but we had 9 bars within it. So 9 times 13 is your implied move from that inside bar low.
Interesting.
And then the continuation up. This one we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 again. So 36% from there. And then we didn't really have any other ones within this range. I mean, we had one that was 3.6%, but we only had 1 inside bar, and then it broke and hit the PT almost immediately.
Wow. I'm going to look into that.
They work on the daily time frame too. It just doesn't really make sense to trade it for every inside bar we have because most of them have 1 day that breaks, so it's a 0 multiplier.
Yeah.
But for last week, this had 1, 2. The third one was the one that broke it, so this would be a 9% implied move.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit more. 200.5 minute candle NQ.
Dude, this open is wild. Does this look like getting into that pre-market high area?
Oh, this is what I was mentioning. Not saying that we should play it that way, because yesterday same thing happened. You have 42 times you trade it, but this happened last time, not last week, but the week before. We barely missed the opening week range low, and then pivoted within 10 points of the high, 20 points of the high for the rest of the week.
I am pretty disappointed right now. Just pulling up my screen quick.
With the gap fill?
Nope. How awesome is that?
What zone is that? The gap fill by spike?
Pretty much. Like the pre-market high I was just talking about. I was going to say to short from here and look for the gap fill and look for the move down. But when you get a vertical move like this,
it's not really much you can do.
Yeah. I am interested to see how price reacts in this area, like specifically in this area here, because if the buyers can't get over it, I think it is a pretty good area, like from the complete overnight, to look for shorts. Now, unfortunately, the gap filled on NQ, didn't fill on ES. That previous day's low is still there. I think that if we clear this pre-market high, this yellow line, previous day's high is next. I don't really think, maybe if we wick above it and immediately reverse, we'll look down. But if we clear this, I'm expecting something like that to happen.
SPY is much closer to that previous day's high.
Let me pull up your screen.
I don't think I'm going to trade SPY again. That has been miserable to trade. The data is just not there.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask Edgeful AI.
For SPY?
I'm going to ask Edgeful AI how often NQ fills the gap and ES doesn't. Oh, by the way, do you use your watch list on the right side of Edgeful, or do you use like the ticker changer on the left?
Let's see. My watch list on the left side. I use this.
Yeah. So
I use that.
Just what we added was, if you click on the asset thing on the left, like if you're trying to look at a down, right to down, you're right there. So now we added the first thing to be your watch list, so you can instantly change. Like if you click on that, it'll. Yeah, like so the first one, it used to just be futures, stocks, Forex, crypto. Now it's like your watch list, so you don't have to like tab over. And once you click, it'll change the asset automatically.
Yeah. I think this is a little bit faster on the right side.
I use the one on the right too.
Gotcha.
I definitely use the one on the right.
That's really why ES sucks. I kind of like the shorts on NQ. I'm not going to lie. I'm a fan as well. I think we get down to 29,620, which is just below our current low, but it's also yesterday's IB low.
Yeah, but that pop was like a decent entry. If we go back up to 800, again, I would be interested.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get there, though.
It is Wednesday, so make sure you guys comment Edgeful in the screen. We have those 5 1-month plans to give away at the end. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like as well. Subscribe. We're live every day of the week. Back at 29.7 and see if we get a bounce at that psych level.
Yeah. No.
So this would be 7/13/31. I haven't looked at any data for this, but I have Trader A. I think a couple guys in the stream have been using previous IB levels, which is something maybe you could look into for.
Yeah.
I don't know how plausible that would be for a data set to look at previous IB highs and IB lows, because that doubles what you have to save each day. Instead of just the IB breakout, you have to look at 2 levels from the IB.
Yeah.
They've been using that for added confluence for one price. Like we just rejected at 50% of yesterday's range perfectly. 718.
Rejections are tough. Dude, this is like actually making me want to vomit this move down right
There's
now.
29,620-ish just about.
Literally, it went perfectly to the overnight highs and just reversed the whole move.
That's a good short. See, now James would have been short, and then you would have gotten short, and it would have flipped.
I've been actually a lot more selective. Like over the last month or so, I've been a lot more selective with the trades. But yeah, I probably.
Wow, that is a pivot and a half.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that I would have taken the trade. It did reach this area, the red zone that I was referring to, that pre-market high.
Mm-hmm.
It also retested it, which I didn't see, and because I was pulling up edgeful AI. But yeah, I still think that previous day's low is definitely in play.
Yeah, absolutely. We have two confluences pointing down there for why we should go to previous day's low.
Oh, dude, this is like the amount of FOMO that I have right now is like actually unbelievable. Wow. So I'll pull up my screen for a second.
Go for it.
Okay. How often is there a gap up on ES and NQ, and only NQ fills the gap and ES doesn't? 8%.
Well, I think I had that one
of the time
on edgeful AI.
8%. 61 days where there was both a gap up, and then 5 of them didn't.
I had it for outside days.
Yeah. So ES targeting gap fill. Yes, that's pretty much what you want to look for here. It doesn't mean it. So ES is also stronger. So that's the difficult piece.
Don't touch that thing.
But if you know that there's been 60 something days, 61 days in the last 6 months, where they both had a gap up, which obviously happened today. NQ fills the gap. Only 8% or 5 out of the 61 days did ES not come down to touch this point. So, yeah.
Don't touch it. ES will probably take all the way until 355 to hit previous day's low. Just to really drag out the data report. I did at least, I got a little bit, when you said you wanted to go short, I got in on eval.
Beautiful.
Nothing else. I got 150 points. I've been trying 5 micros because I do want to start sizing up a little bit.
Yeah.
Crazy enough in this market. But I'm not going any higher in the account sizes, but I need to get better with capitalizing on the wins that happen and not dragging out the drawdown on the accounts to when a day like yesterday will ruin X amount of progress.
Yeah.
Because we had on Friday going into Sunday, Friday's Globex won, Friday's Asia won, Friday's New York won.
Yeah.
Even though the day was closed last week. Sunday night Globex won, which I don't have on this chart because it's Qs or SPY.
Hold on.
Monday,
I have my screen up.
I wasn't looking. I was just listening them off.
I just pulled up your screen now.
And then Monday won as well. So 5 winning trades in a row on the IBs. And they were just all small sizes. They were because the size of the IB was too small. It was like $60 win, $80 win, $100 win.
Yeah.
but I need to capitalize more on those little runs. And the report that I sent you a screenshot of yesterday, the largest winning streak of the IB, which is something that I'm going to keep journaled down, is 5 days, 6 separate occasions.
Yeah.
So if we see the IB win a week in a row or Thursday to the following Wednesday, I will not be taking the trade. May even call BS on the next day.
Inverse it?
Yes. This doesn't say that it was a no-breaker if it broke in the wrong direction. I don't know if that would discount the winning streak, but 5 days is the largest win streak, 6 separate occasions over the past 2 years, which is pretty cool. Same for the losing streak. The longest losing streak was 5 days on 3 separate occasions.
We got a pretty decent pop here, honestly.
They're not looking too bad for your short. SPY is still bullish for the IB too. Funny enough, QQQ significantly bearish. These two are almost perfectly inversed right now. The outside day, I would add or not the outside day, sorry, the inside bar with the opening week range. That's a double confluence for why we should go to that previous day's low.
Mm-hmm. I like the previous day's low. I don't like the setup on NQ right now, honestly. I don't like the
IB low from yesterday. Did the same thing overnight too.
I think that
that did happen. He said pretty decent pop, and right back down to low day.
Yeah.
I unfortunately lost him yesterday, Brack. I could not get away from the chart. 2 micros did me in for the entire day. I went long, got stopped at IB 75, went short, got stopped at IB 50, went long again, got stopped at IB 75.
NQ with literally like
a 4-point drop on Qs, 160 points. Do you think you would have held it for the entire low?
From the red zone that I had before? No.
No, from that little pop we just had. Do you think you would have held it to previous day's low?
Probably to the orb low, which is not that far off.
Gotcha.
30 points before.
On the plus side, though, this is something I have noticed. I made everything back that I lost yesterday on Top Step with 3 IB trades last night. I used this was just 5 micros, by the way, too. Same sizing.
Dude, look at this. Look at this candle.
Aggressive.
This is ridiculous, dude.
Low. That's been happening quite a bit last.
Dude, this is a 100.1 minute candle.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead on the top thing.
You're okay. Something for you to laugh at with me a little bit. The 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So this isn't my finding. This is what someone else sent me, and I used it last night. Of course, it worked out. There's a guy that uses the 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock IB. So in between both Globex and Asia, he customized the time frame to start at 7.
Yeah.
And it has the same exact stats as I put it on my reports already. I named it Asia 2. So it's 7 o'clock to midnight.
Okay.
IB by rejection. And we'll go to last night, for instance, or Monday night. 75 and 77 for the stats.
Dude, you're going to get me start trading at night or what?
Tuesday is not too good, so this is why I don't trade Tuesday nights. But the stats I'm telling you, if you want to lose the headache, trading at night has been so much better. Like if I
Has
had
it?
just slept in yesterday and not traded anything at all, how are we back at high a day on SPY? What the heck?
Dude, I'm
This is why you don't trade SPY. I swear by it. Overnight has been worlds better. My losses, my DLLs on Top Step have come from trading New York, funny enough. But for Asia session, it's perfect. But these are the three. I had 3 trades last night. I did have some losses. I had more than 3. Never mind. I'm a liar. I had the 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock IB, 7 to 8, and then I had the Asia IB as well. That didn't end up doing anything, so I took the break even by locked out of the account as well. Been doing very well overnight.
Yeah, I was gonna say also one thing. You don't need to do this right now, but if you go to edgeful,
yes,
now you're nervous.
The Explorer, the Discovery.
No.
I already looked at it. I was prepared.
Yeah, because the IBs are at the top. No, I was gonna say that on the left side, if you do create new template, save as new template. Not this one right now. If you switch to whatever it is, just so you know, what you can do is if you click it, you don't have to do it right now because you don't have to do it, but you can name it. You can have it change the session that you're looking at. So you can have that Asia.
Oh.
You can have the Asia like that 7 to 8 p.m. And then you can pick the 3-month date range if you want. You can have the template change the date range. You can have it change the customizations, and you can have it change the ticker. So instead of going back, like clicking the session, picking the Asian one, clicking the thing. So the where like you don't do it right now, but if you click cancel, like get out of the pop-up.
Yep.
On the right side above your bookmarks, it'll appear there.
Yeah, I have this.
And that automatically changes everything that you're looking at, so you can instantly get to where you want instead of click a million times.
Gotcha.
Yeah, something to think about.
I have more work to do, son of a gun. As soon as I get familiar with something,
then I add something else for you.
Yeah. This Wednesday stat's pretty insane too. If we do go and make a new high on Qs, I will add in, this is exactly what happened last Wednesday. The same exact thing with the previous day's low getting hit on, actually not only previous day's low, but we also took the inside bar and opening week range. And SPY last Wednesday did not.
Was there a headline? Just
now? No.
I mean,
last Wednesday? Yes, that was the one.
No. I'm saying right now, like right now. Like how is SPY at high of day?
I think this is just a bounce off previous day's low. Because we've been, last Wednesday this is literally identical to what happened. And if you remember, that was the one that James bottom ticked for the sale, and I got in and kind of screwed myself.
Yeah.
We did the same exact.
James got short.
Yeah.
Oh, when James closed his short and you got short.
So we did the same exact thing last Wednesday. It was just flipped.
Yeah.
And Qs took, it did hit it with a wick. We did have FOMC last week as well, but it took all the way until 2 o'clock for us to make that move on Qs. So this would be for me, if we do have a long bias, this would be pretty tricky for diverged inside bars.
I would not like the
longs.
Yeah.
Because we have we had NQ bearish breakout, ES bullish breakout. That would only happen 8% of days over the last 2 years. Nine total times over the past 2 years this has happened.
So
still have 35 minutes left though.
Yeah. Actually gonna also, for anyone in the chat, who's got more usage than me. Someone show me who's got more usage than me on their Claude. This is Claude code, like in the app. If anyone has more usage, take a screenshot and tag me on Twitter. I want to know.
I bet you I have one.
Yeah, you have 0.
1 to 5, maybe.
Yeah, I would love to know if anyone has more usage than I do on Claude. But what I wanted to do, and what I will do in a second, I'm not going to like hijack the screen as this is happening, but so I'll pull up your screen again. But what I'm going to do, 13.
I misspoke, Sasso. I didn't trade the Asia one last night. I traded the 7 to 8 and the 6 to 7 IB from last night. I didn't trade it on, again, those top step accounts are my discretionary ones, so I kind of have looser rules on there. But if I go to MNQ from last night, we had for our Globex IB, it's Monday, where's Tuesday here? Okay. For our Globex IB last night, we had a literal perfect 25% short to IB low. And then I put a screenshot in what chat was it? Futures chat last night. I had a $200 risk on a trade. I was grocery shopping, and I didn't, which is why I kind of hate trading on Top Step, but I love it at the same time because you can trade from your phone.
Yeah. I
got in like right here. I think 29 was my entry. 29,642. So I got in at 50% of the 7 o'clock IB. I had a 20-point risk on it with 5 micros. And when I got back in my car, oops, I don't know what I just lost there. When I got back in my car, there's no service in the grocery store. I entered it with the stop loss, and I was up $1,000. I caught a 100-point candle.
Pretty good.
For the first time.
That's awesome.
I think the TP that I had set I must have lost service before the TP went in.
Oh, so it just kept running?
Yeah. I did have the TP set at the high. It was a 1-to-1 trade just about.
Oh, and then it just kept running. Awesome.
Yeah, I got lucky. I'll show. Because you can go and see all the average trades I have. They're like $300 to $400. And then this one's $970.
That's awesome.
Right down here. 29. Yeah, all the other trades are like 100, 150, 540 for an IB. This one's 29,642 entry, 29,739 exit. I'll be able to take a 15K payout from those later, so I'm not too upset about yesterday now. I trade on, I guess I don't really have a time frame that I trade certain accounts. My funded futures I trade pretty much whenever. Tradeify, I'll trade whenever. I just cycle through them differently. I do trade them differently. Top Step I'm discretionary on, so I don't really care about the setup too much. Like what you said this morning, Andre, you wanted to go short with that pullback. That's a trade that I would take on Top Step.
Yeah.
Not a trade that I would take on Tradeify or Lucid, because it's not a trade that is based on data. It's a trade that is something that I think should happen.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pull this up one sec.
Let's see.
By the way, I saw a comment of weird flex. I wasn't trying to flex my Claude usage. It doesn't actually matter how much you use Claude or not. But the reason I wanted to ask was because I'm using the edgeful API to see how often NQ and ES have an inside bar on the same day and a gap up on the same day. And NQ fills the gap and breaks previous day's low, and ES does not fill the gap or touch previous day's low. So that's
how
what I
far
wanted
down
to,
previous day's low is on SPY too.
I know it's 40 points away. So just to be clear, I'm not flexing my Claude usage on you guys. I don't care if you use Claude Code, honestly. I was just going to pull this up, and I saw that. So I was like, I might as well ask. I'll pull up your screen now while this is loading.
Seamus, to get Globex stats, so for your reports, these are all the time frames I have. Globex is the daily 6 o'clock to 5 p.m. You can change it to, I'm actually going to try that now, because I don't really like using that daily time frames too long. Globex, I'll change it to 1800, and I'm going to have the close be at midnight, 23:55, UTC -4. And then you can go into reorder sessions. I'll make that. Oops, click save. Reorder sessions, daily no longer on there. So there are all my IBs. I'll put Globex above Asia. New York, actually, one last fix. There we go. Now they're all in order. So London, New York, Globex, Asia, Asia. So that's how you go and get your time frames. And then if you want the ones that are extended hours, so outside of 9:30 to 4, you have to use MNQ. Unfortunately, no Qs. And then 7 to midnight, 8 o'clock to midnight, 6 o'clock to midnight. And since these do close before midnight now, when you go into your customize for the IB, you can use the weekday that you're trading on. So it's Wednesday. If I go and trade the IB later today, I'm going to use Wednesday data because these close before midnight, and that's when the data is collected. Zink, do you think if a person who's trading New York IB has time to trade Asia and London IB should be? I do, yeah. I trade Globex, Asia, and New York all on the same day. They all work about the same. One last question for the flip. Yesterday is a terrible example to go off of. Yesterday we had the flip hit on both SPY and Qs, and then immediately stopped out on it. The reason that I have the flip in place is because the initial strategy that I went in with, entering at 50 stop loss at IB low, TP at IB high, that's 1-to-1 risk reward. The flip cuts the risk of the first trade in half, and then it's overall the same risk reward as the initial strategy, because then we go short. If it gets a double stop loss like it did yesterday, then we're risking 1-to-1 R regardless.
By the way, I see in the chat, you only get one entry per account, so you don't have to put in edgeful a million times. You can just say it once, and then it counts. Like if you do it multiple times, it's not going to contribute more entries, just so you know. There you go. Yeah, you only need to do it once. By the way, it is a free month. There's 5 people that are going to win a free month. If you already have edgeful, it will credit your account. So even if you do have a sub, you should still enter, just FYI.
Right now, lucky enough for us that there's actually no discretion involved with the trade because we have diverged IBs at the moment.
Yeah.
We just have to wait for whichever one breaks first. Unfortunately, that would mean that we would take a trade on SPY. But I have, same with you, Andre, I have the same confluence that we go to previous day's low. It's very unlikely that we don't. QQQ, you could just disregard SPY and take the trade on this, but then if SPY stays stronger and doesn't take previous day's low and does exactly what it did yesterday, then it's another loss on Qs for pretty much no reason. The IBs are diverged because Andre doesn't have buttons on shirt.
Should I change?
No. My decision making for today is just if we stay diverged like we are right now, we wait.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the answer here.
Yeah. Price action being this bad, it stinks to go and take it, but to let the numbers play out, yes, I would still go and take it. Yeah. Same thing I did last week when we took a loss, but then it ended up working out the end of that session and then into Friday as well. Like this, when you're looking at these stats, there's no human emotion involved. So if you took this trade 14 times, you lost once, and that loss was last week, funny enough, but you won 13 times over the past 14 Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Or 26 Wednesdays, sorry. This Wednesday stat, overall, past 26 Wednesdays, you had 2 losses with 22 wins. And then 2 no breaks.
Also, I'm going to pull up my screen one sec.
So how are we looking?
0 times.
This would be the first time it's ever happened?
In the last 6 months. So I just said, if it's 0 in the last 6 months, check the last 1 year. And hold on.
That is crazy. Correct, Rolo. If we close between 50 to 75, we don't take it. We have to wait for it to get over or under. I think that we're going to go to previous day's low. We still have 22 minutes left. Even if we just tick a little bit lower on SPY, we just have to go to 734.30 and it's fine.
So that has happened 0 times in the last year.
2 years? Can you run it for 2 years?
Yeah.
How are all the stocks doing? We are almost perfectly mixed right now. I go to the SPY heat map. We're getting carried down by gold at the moment. SPY is almost perfectly 50-50 split. This is I'll pull my screen back up while you're waiting for that. This is disgusting. NVIDIA is canceling out Apple. Avgo is getting canceled out by 3 smaller semiconductors. Microsoft is canceling out Google. Meta and Microsoft are canceling out Google. By the way, Microsoft has had 2 green days this entire year. I just saw that yesterday.
Whoa.
Mr. Manziel on Twitter. I have to go and look at his tweets every once in a while because he's very accurate.
This year?
Yeah, I'll show you the post that I saw. So this was the rabbit hole I went down. Lead candidate for worst stock of the year. It's down 22% year to date. And then the post that he had, so it may have been a little while back, but it had, I can find Microsoft on here again. Where the heck did I read that then? I guess
if you go to the daily chart, there's definitely
has more.
Yeah,
I seem silly now. It is down. It's down 24% year to date now, which is pretty bad. Let's see. Scroll down. 23.7% 1 year, 23% year to date is what it's down. 24-hour chart. This thing has had nothing but downside outside of 2 days last month. Which I guess just shows that they should have done what Dell did with partnering with Trump. Perfect comment there from Mark Kamen, by the way. If you guys want to learn any of the things that we do with edgeful in here, you're talking to the CEO of edgeful. And then I know a decent bit. I've used it for a year and a half, pretty much every day. This is the best place to learn how to use edgeful. All the reports, and then also using edgeful itself, but just putting the time in. Anything over the past 2 years?
It says one time, July 16, 2024. I'm trying to find it.
There you go.
So yeah, once is the answer. I can't go. Trading views are kind of like being annoying with the bars back thing, so I'm gonna like not bother going that far back. But pretty much, don't you need a senior developer?
Tech Bruce.
Yeah, I have Tech Bruce for that. Dude, this guy. Yeah, I mean, it could happen today, but it's happened one time over the last 2 years. Like, so what happened only once? So I used the edgeful API. Sorry.
We did it at the same time.
Yeah. So I use the edgeful API to look at. Let me just clean this up 1 sec. On days where price opens within previous day's range, on ES and NQ on the same day, and they both have a gap up, which happened today, how often does NQ fill the gap and touch previous day's low, and then ES do neither of those things? So the idea is, this is like, you want to be short ES, targeting the gap fill and the previous day's low. But like, I mean, it's making me want to take it, to be honest.
Yeah. I have PTSD. I'll still take. Fortunately, I think I still should take it against my free will. The data's telling me.
I'm pulling up your screen again, but yeah, I mean, it's tough. It is a little bit tough because ES is stronger, but yeah, I mean, I don't know how to reconcile that right now, because I usually like to short the weaker one, and NQ is the weaker one. But yeah.
This question right here, we can answer it real quick while we're waiting for this to develop. So we do have 16 minutes left. So I personally will not, I don't know about you, I will not be trading SpaceX until their IPO lockup period is done, which is 180 days. That's the longest. That's when all shares are going to be released on SPX. Right now, we have, I believe, 30% of shares being traded. So it's pretty much just all retail and institutionals. The first IPO lockup, their pipe shares is how these big companies buy the IPO. They bought 7%. Those get unlocked August 21st. September 10th, another 7%, 25th, October 10th, October 25th. And then 180 days, and an additional 20% get unlocked, which is their quarter 2 earnings. Right now, the movement that we have on SpaceX is essentially just, it's crumbs compared to what is actually being traded. So the volume's not going to be anything substantial, because there's barely any any available shares to be bought and sold. The same thing happened to Figma. And
dude,
this is
Figma
probably
sucks.
The best example of IPO lockups. Figma got listed with 92% shares in pipe, meaning that there was only 8% of shares being available to trade. So everyone that you thought got a whole bunch of shares on Robinhood, or those TikTok influencers, or people on Twitter that posted, "Oh, I got 200 shares of FIG and I bought it at 35 and I sold it at 140." It probably didn't happen because there was only a couple million shares were available to trade when they got IPO'd. The shares, you can see the exact days on the chart that they got unlocked. We had one of them on September 4th, which is the 70-day unlock. You had a whole bunch get unlocked in October. And then the most recent one was 180 days post IPO, 6 months after IPO. This is why you want to wait for IPO trades until all the shares are available, because you don't know what these institutions are going to be doing with their SpaceX shares. So right now, just over the past 135 or the next 135, that's 35% shares. Another 20% gets released after that, and then another 20% 100 days, 180 days.
But Elon owns 50% of it, doesn't he?
Yes.
And he's not going to sell.
Yeah. So this is great point there too to add in. This is every number here should be cut in half because Elon has, is it 54, 51? I think he has 54%.
You want to switch to, you want to look at SPY for a second? ES.
Fallen quite a bit. Not what? Use that new low day.
I did see a comment here before about did NQ already wick the low, didn't it? Or did you mean the IB low? It was the previous day's low.
Previous day's low and opening week range.
Yeah.
Which is what one of those stipulations Andre was just looking at for occurrences that SPY would not go and follow suit. We did for SpaceX, there was a lot of hype behind it. It was supposed to IPO at 135. It got all the way up to 220, which is not a, that's hundreds of billions of dollars, 500 billion, I believe.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So that is more than enough hype behind their IPO.
Yeah.
And now we just, I'm going to be waiting until I do want to buy SpaceX. Same thing that I did with Tesla. I'm going to be waiting until at least October when all the shares are released.
Were you on the stream? No, you weren't on the stream. So what I said the other day on Monday, and this is not financial advice, obviously, but if you go to YouTube, you go to All In Podcast.
Oh, them talking. I was on stream for that, talking about merging Tesla with SpaceX.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean,
that would be
something to consider.
$6 trillion company, $7 trillion.
Like, you would get shares in SpaceX by owning Tesla at, I don't know what valuation. Obviously, that would be like the public. That would be the part that they need to figure out. But yeah, it would be interesting for sure.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Sincerely appreciate the intro. Absolutely. Ophelia, no problem. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a thumbs up. Hit that like button. That helps us significantly. Almost a new IB low and SPY, and then we can take the trade shortly. Would you, so with the IB break, that would also line up with, we could look at IB by levels for breaking down days on SPY.
There's the new low.
This actually isn't that significant. Let's see for Wednesday, maybe. That's not very good for us. That half standard deviation would be actually just above where that opening week range is, and we have a 58% stat to go there. I'm going to change these the same way that I did. This is the IB by levels, so the extension chance.
Wow, we got a pretty decent bounce on off that new low.
They are not diverged anymore.
There you
The
go.
IBs are lined up. We have a new low on SPY, new low on Qs. Not that the QQQ low really matters. Shorts for today, I think they're in the 80%. They're very good for Wednesdays. Wednesday is the best day of the week to trade the IB. So we have 83 and 78 on SPY, and Qs has 92. And let's see, 92 and 75. And that's with the one loss on both. We did have a couple no breaks in the mix. We actually had 2 no breaks with the high form first.
Wow, what a bounce here.
Current risk right now. So MNQ. Yeah, I'm getting there.
Wow, ES.
Yeah, this is a 320 point range. So the total risk on the trade would be your initial trade if you get an IB 50 entry, 140 point trade. Actually, way bigger than that, 160. So $320 risk if you get the IB 50, because you also have to calculate the flip. And if you get the IB 25, then it's a almost $400 risk. If you get it at the 25, your entry is 29.6. Your stop loss would be 29.760. So $300 plus the flip would be another 160. So MES today, I do, as crazy as for me to say, I think this is the better risk reward because we have the additional draw to the downside. But this bounce is ridiculous, and we're back over 50%. Is this going to go and take a new high? Look at Qs, too.
Dude, I'm like looking at your chart, looking at your 15-minute chart, like, is that something that you want to take?
No. But it's also what you and I just talked about yesterday with discretionary entries. Like, this is the human emotion that would be telling me not to get in, but the data doesn't look at that. But that's really hard to look at this chart and want to take an entry with it. SPY, I'm holding on to the fact that we have opening range taken on Qs, and this is exactly what happened last Wednesday. Same exact thing, only SPYs flipped with Qs. We took the opening range low. Granted, it was with a news wick. We had Trump say that there was no deal being made. We had a 140-point drop in a minute and then immediately back up. But it also, even without that news, it ended up playing out with FOMC in the afternoon, which we obviously don't have today.
Dude, I'm shocked.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, this is ES's range isn't too bad. It's 36 points. But this bounce is 40 points in the past. Not 40 points, what am I saying? 25-point bounce in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is not. So regardless of where it's going to close relative to the IB range,
if it closes right here, I will not be taking it until it gets over the 75 or under, because that for the closing zone, we'll go SPY all weekdays. If it closes between 50 and 75, and I need 2 years for this. Oh, am I blank out here? Closes between 50 and 75, it favors it to go to the upside.
Yeah.
Just slightly, but it's still, for the high form first, it's a 55% stat that we actually go and take the high when it closes within this range. And if it somehow, like Qs is almost up there too. Qs is a little bit worse for that data. 51 and 59. If it somehow gets over 75%, which SPY is very close to right now,
then you're going to go long.
then yeah, you would want to take a long to the high, 9 and 11, but it doesn't happen very often. This is 20 total occurrences over the past 2 years. So less than once a month this happens. But now just going back to Wednesday, 6 months. Wednesdays have been really good. So this, I mean, if SPY somehow gets over the 75, I'm not going to take it to the upside because Q's is below the midpoint, and Q's is this is just bad all around.
Yeah.
We have 4 minutes left, so maybe something will clean up a little bit within that time frame. I already know prop firms are probably making bank this week.
Dude, this is the worst. I mean, the shorts are so valid. The gap fill,
Yep.
the inside bars, but like it just doesn't, it's just not going there.
These are 20.1 second candles right now in Qs on NQ.
That's insane.
We're wicking 50 cents. Trump's talking right now. Is he really?
Is he?
That would make a lot of sense.
Okay.
Let's see if Walter Bloomberg has anything. We have 3 minutes left for it to clean up.
Trump cancels signing of housing bill 27 seconds ago.
Yep. Today's housing news conference and signing versus hereby canceled until such time we pass desperately needed Save America Act.
What is the
And that's
housing
being
bill?
seen as bullish? I have no idea. Does anyone in chat know what the housing bill was supposed to be? Affordable housing, maybe? What was that, Waldive? Yeah, this isn't anything for us to take right now if it closes in this zone. SPY is about to close over 75%. It may even somehow go and take a new high, which would be disgusting.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nathan. Bought my first Lucid account today, code Zinc. Stud.
That's awesome.
No, because we're over the midpoint right now. So no, for that question, are we getting in with a limit order? Are we saying the limit order at the 50? No. The Q's is closing in the gray zone right now, which we don't want to take. SPY is almost taking a new IB high somehow, but it's got a minute left. If we wick down, then I'll take it. If it closes where it is right now, I'm not taking anything because the stats do not favor us taking trades in that area. Overall bias for all days with all closing zones is favored for us to go and take the low. However, when we refine it down to that 50 to 75%, it goes to 50-50 for just Wednesdays, and then all weekdays, it's pretty limited data. But it does favor us to go, if I go to the 2 years, it does just a very small data point, very small advantage, but it favors us to go to the IB high, even with the high form first. 55% versus 44.
There's a comment here. I watched the videos. I don't understand which messages will determine the correct direction after closing the IB. Can you please show me? Which messages will determine? Can you just elaborate on that?
I'm confused by that question. So we closed in the gray zone. This is a no trade based on the data. We have to wait for it to get over 75 or under the 50. SPY is over 75 already. If this goes and takes the high and completely disregards that previous day's low, I will not touch SPY ever again. I will not trade this asset.
Dude, it's actually like hard to believe, to be honest.
Because this would be
like what's happening today is absolutely insane.
It's happened one time in 2 years. This would be the second time in 2 years of trading. To put that into perspective, by the way, everyone, that is 2 occurrences over 500 trading days, 520 trading days.
Yep.
What we're watching right now has happened 2 times. If this does not go and break the low later today. So no trade because we closed in the gray area. data does not favor us closing in this area. It's 55 versus 44 or 64 versus 33. When we close between 50 and 75%. So it's a coin flip for the high forming first. We don't know which way it's going to go, up or down.
Yeah.
The safest play right now is nothing.
Yeah, that's the truth.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not too fond of MSTR anymore. He made that STRC for dividends, but now MSTR is screwing itself because they have to sell Bitcoin to cover the dividend cost. But since they hold like 20% of all Bitcoin, them selling it is just decreasing their market cap even more.
The other thing is, I saw a clip of him. Someone was asking him, like, you said never sell. And he was like, I told you to never sell. I never said that we would never sell. And I was like, bro,
and then
what?
All the screenshots of the tweets where he was like, sell a kidney before you sell Bitcoin.
Yeah.
We're about to take the Ivy high, even though we shouldn't. On both
Dude,
buying
this is
right now.
hard to believe, honestly.
And this was maybe 2 bounces off of Ivy low. Or not Ivy low, previous day's low. But this is not an opportune day this is back-to-back FU days in the market.
The thing is, like, dude, the headlines are impossible.
I hope they had nanos.
Dude, did we talk about that on stream together?
Yeah. I was talking about it again yesterday with James.
NQ at 50K, like, the ranges are going to be 500 points.
I mean, even at 30K, this sucks. If we do go and take the IB low, if we get back below, the thing is, with the data that we're still looking at, it's based on the closing zone. It's based at the 1030 close. So even if we get back below the 50, this doesn't change. It's still a 50-50 stat, 55-44.
Let me get another coffee while you
So this is not I'm going to learn my lesson from yesterday. This is not going to be something that I'm going to go and blow up on again. Probably is a huge Ponzi scheme. Yeah, don't make the same mistake from yesterday, Waldev, or anyone else in chat. Yes, stinks. And we can sit here and look at all the reasons that it should go down, but it doesn't mean that we need to go and trade. Like this is a bearish breakout. Not only does this barely happen, this is 9 times over the past 2 years worth of trading. It's an 8% overall stat that because NQ broke the downside, ES should also go and break the downside, but that's obviously not what we're seeing right now. If ES disregards that, this alone's a 92% stat, invalidated. Then what Andre just said, that's one occurrence over the past 520 trading days. 260 trading days in a year. So whatever 1 divided by 520 is. Not even that's 0.2%. So it's 0.2% is the likelihood that we don't go and break the low today. And we're watching it about to go and break the high. The other issue is that we don't have any news later this afternoon. Like last week we had NFP we had FOMC. That allowed us to go and take the low on both Qs and SPY. But we don't have FOMC today. We don't have any scheduled news. maybe the housing bill was going to be seen as bearish, and now that Trump doesn't want to have that signing today, that's why we're going up. I don't even know what the housing bill is. Take a look at the 4-hour candles. That's fun.
Yeah, dude, this is rough.
Best thing to do is, and this is the only way that I prevent myself from screwing up, and this is why I like Tradeovate so much, because you can only trade it from your computer. Physically put distance between yourself and where you can trade. So get up. If you're trying to trade this, get up and go walk outside and wait until this is at least broken. Better yet, just wait until tomorrow. I think, yeah, Tradeovate and Lucid. Tradeify and Lucid. Another reason why they're two of my favorite firms. My funded futures, I think, doesn't have the manual lockout feature. Tradeify and Lucid do. So you can actually restrict yourself right now from trading. I think we're going to take the high, Andre. Against all odds, we're going to go and take the high.
I can't believe the gap didn't fill on ES.
How much? We missed it by nothing. I guess the overall, what I was talking about when we first got on stream was the gap up inside bar with a 3% down day yesterday.
Yeah. But
then again, all the other data points that we should be looking at, they aren't playing out right now. Like, you think how crazy that is. One, that's 0.2%. That's how likely a day like this is to happen. And I know that we do still have the entire afternoon. We still have 5 hours worth of trading in the day. But if we don't go and take the IB low, Wednesdays only have a 3% chance that we have a double break on the IB for SPY. So regardless of what happens, I'm going to go to 6 months again. I know you hate watching me go through all this stuff.
I just need to make it better, honestly. That's it. That's like
lowest stat for the week for a double break on SPY and Qs. 3.85% that we'd have a double break on the IB today. So if we do go and take the upside, it's very, very rare that we will double break the IB and then go down.
This is unbelievable, to be honest.
It's a pretty good rejection now. But now SPY is rejecting, Qs is gaining strength. Interesting. That's assuming we take the high with this PA. I wouldn't be shocked if we go and break down first. Yeah, there's still plenty of time. We're not. The reason I'm saying the high looks like it's going to be broken, we were only 5 points off it right there.
Yeah.
Which is 2 seconds on SPY in the current market. Edgeful has taught me patience since I started using Edgeful last Monday. I haven't taken trades because I wanted to. And taking opportunities.
The thing is, you don't have to like me to use this data, because none of the data is my opinion. You don't have to like Zinc because it's not his opinion.
That's a little far.
I'm just saying in general, like, it's not something that like it's not our opinion. Like, this is just like all data, which makes it really nice because you don't have to like take our word for anything. And I actually don't recommend that you take our word for anything because you have all the information. We don't like you guys. We love you. Well, we love you too.
We're stuck.
Dude, this is like not. Is it okay if we do like you? Yes, it is okay.
Eye clawing data. Especially Zinc and his mustache, legendary.
How long have you been growing How long have you had that mustache?
Dude, for the longest time, I don't know, 6 months now. But I had to shave because I have this patch in the middle that does not grow hair. I have hair there now, but I don't know. I have a picture of. Hold on.
This is the extent of the facial hair that I have. That's it. I trim this. When I tell you I don't touch this and nothing grows, like it just doesn't grow. It does not grow. It's the weirdest thing ever. It's like your eyelashes. Like your eyelashes just like stay at a certain length. That's my mustache. It just doesn't move.
Yeah, mine's the same. This is what my mustache used to look like. Like I had a huge, just nothing, no hair gap in the middle.
That's
now it's
hilarious.
a little bit better. But are we supposed to short as the IB50 playbook? No.
Do you see the comment from Robert? Drove 8 hours to Maine just to breathe the same air as zinc. It's probably fresh, honestly.
It's the freshest air you'll breathe.
Yeah.
We just had $1 drop on Qs in 1 minute.
The use minoxidil in a derma roller. I don't mind because I have friends, they have these like super thick beards and they're like, dude, it's the most annoying thing because you have to shave every single day. And like by the end of the day, you shave in the morning, by the end of the day, like you have like a full thing again, like 5 o'clock shadow. I don't have that issue.
Yeah, I get to shave like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
How old am I? I'm 28. I should have made them guess.
26.
You're 26?
Yep.
Yeah. And James is
We were just
27.
talking about this yesterday. Everyone thought Dan was younger than both James and I. Dan's 31.
Wow, really? I thought he was younger.
Increase your copper and biotin intake.
Copper and biotin. I haven't shaved in 25 years. That's hilarious.
I can tell.
If I didn't shave, I would have just everything right over here and then nothing anywhere over here.
This is what the market's driven us to. Dan's 35. I thought he said 31 yesterday. 35. Damn.
Oh, he's 35. He looks super young.
57. How old is everyone in chat? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm curious. How is
I mean,
everyone?
Brian's at least 25 if he hasn't shaved in 25 years.
56, 70,
49,
24, 41, young 50. You know, I think 60 is like 40. 60 is like the new 40, in my opinion. 32, 51, 300, 37,
24.
38, 46, 31, 33.
Here comes the high, by the way.
42.
This is
here's the average. This is ridiculous, dude.
The
lady doesn't reveal her age. You see that one?
Yeah.
I like this chat. We got some good people here.
We have so far 2 people in chat that are younger than the 2 of us.
35, 45. I like that range. I like that age range.
Yeah.
My 19-year-old twins keep me very young.
There's the Ivy High. That is ridiculous. Holy moly.
Yeah.
0.2% day, by the way, everyone. So far, anyway.
22, 20. I'd love to see it. 21.
One outcome over the past 2 years.
Ray goes the new 40. I really believe that. Like, I think that if you're 60, that's like, in my mind, you're like 40 years old. That's the way that I think about it.
I guess you could take MNQ to the IB High now. Yeah, that would make sense. Because if we're gonna hit rare stats, we might as well hit all of them in one day, right?
Yeah. Also, look at this.
I'd be raising chickens.
Yeah.
You got a little trading party, Wall Dive?
What's up?
He unmuted his mic in the Discord and he just yelling at other people across the room. You're all good. 4 guys
what
trading
a
in person
what
together.
a
That's awesome.
candle, dude.
I could have just taken a long right there if I was quick enough. This is a 50-point 60-point candle to IB high in the past 1 minute.
Pipti, the IB that he looks at is from 812 to 912. The double break stats are like close to 70%. So pretty much you just wait for one side of the IB to break from 812 to 912, and then you look for the reversal, which is what just happened.
Yeah, I saw that on what's his name? Some young guy that's on TikTok was just talking about that. That's his strategy. I don't remember his name.
Ralph?
I almost went long there. I couldn't get in fast enough.
Ralph?
No.
That with long hair?
No, he's got glasses. Younger guy.
Mm.
He's got like a blonde bowl cut.
Definitely not the guy that I'm talking about.
James Simmons, maybe?
I don't know. All you 50 plus, don't you wish we had these tools when we were their age? Dude, I can't believe this. What's happening right now?
And we're going even higher. Now I'm feeling real upset that I didn't hold those SPY calls, son of a gun. But who's to know? Who's to know?
2 back-to-back anomaly days.
Yeah, yesterday was sickeningly rare.
Dude, what's about to happen right now has not happened in the last 2 years.
Nope. It's very, very, very unlikely that we're going to pivot $6.7 now on SPY to go and take that low.
And 2K algo for the W. Let's go.
Here you go, Leah. Wow. That's why we don't take the trade when it closes in that zone, by the way, everyone. Murphy's Law. Equal reaction is the opposite reaction. Are we getting punished for the win streak we went on? Market says, here you go. You're going to love this stat. I had I'll actually pull it up and count it right now. So just yesterday on Tradeify alone, 214 resets.
So what does that mean? That means
200
people.
It's copy traded accounts most likely. I don't think they're.
Yeah, for sure. But you still need to buy. It means like all these accounts are blown, and 214 accounts were purchased just yesterday.
Yep. And Lucid. Lucid doesn't have the bundle, so it doesn't get as much as. Lucid's at 175 yesterday.
And how much
Prop
are these
firms are
accounts?
making some money. $100. Yes, actually. So SPY, for the question there was the inside bar stat. SPY should technically go up inside bar high now, but this, like I just said, if we're going to hit the rare stats, we might as well hit all of them. SPY going to the inside bar high, but Q's not. Q's had a bearish breakout. ES having a bullish breakout. That's a 8% stat. 9.
Let's run it in this market environment. Let's just do it now.
I mean, screw it. We might as well double break the inside bar stat too, which only happens 8% of the time too. This is 9 occurrences over the past 2 years.
I just can't.
So this, for when we do have inside bars, it happens 8% of the time, which inside bars are 50-50, almost right down the middle, because you either have an inside bar or outside day. Along with that, if we go to inside bars and then for Qs or SPY, doesn't really matter. And then by breakout, we have a 6% stat on Qs that we go and break both the high and low, which again, we might as well go and do.
Dude, I don't know if that's going to happen. 150 point move higher, or call it 200 points higher. Is that
the market saying? The market saying bet.
Watch me.
Bet.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. The
inside bars.
At least NQ is like somewhat doing something reasonable.
I am telling you right now, you trade Globex in Asia, you are going to have all of your stress taken away.
Dude, the problem is that's when I'm working. I can't trade. So I'm working at 7, 8, 9 p.m. Like I can't be like, you know what? I'm going to start to like what I don't like. One thing is that if I trade from my phone or I start to like open my chart, oh, this thing is doing whatever. I'm going to buy or I'm going to sell or I'm going to do whatever. If I'm in the airport, I'm just like, oh, the market's open. I'm going to take a trade. Dude, every time I end up like torching the day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I doing? So if I'm not like in my, like, if I'm not sitting there, yeah, literally. If I'm not sitting there, I'm like focused. It's really hard for me to like sit and like actually have a trade like properly done. Mm-hmm. So I don't really want to open that box is my concern. I don't want to open that Asia box.
Look at this last night. Look at it. This is your market right here. Short.
I know it is, yeah.
Go right into the IB. Bam.
Oh.
So not only that, then we have the 7 o'clock IB. Low form first, high form second.
Yeah.
Bam. Just straight up, take the high.
Maybe I'll look at it. This
and then not only that, but then it continues after this.
Please do Globex Asia stream.
This has happened 3 times this week now, where it's been broken on the first candle. I had my very first ever 1 minute IB trade on Sunday night.
Seems pretty stress-free if you ask me.
60 points. And then we get to New York and we're hitting a 0.2% stat. We're going to hit a 6% stat right here. We're going to hit an 8% stat on Qs.
Yep.
So all the data is just thrown out the window.
Oh, I see the question from Nate. Good question. So what I think you're asking is, can you customize the reports in the Discover page?
Let's see. Looks like
and the answer is no. You can customize this. I think he's talking about the actual customizations. Okay, so the reason this is very complicated, actually. So many reports have so many different customizations. So we released the Discover page with no customizations, all the default settings. So 1 hour IB, 15-minute orb, 1 hour opening candle continuation, et cetera, et cetera. Is that what you're saying? That you want the customizations to be able to change the IB length, or do you want to be able to have custom sessions in the Discover page so you can look at the different sessions? Customize. Yeah, so that's going to be the more difficult one. If you guys have specific things that you want to be able to customize, send it to our support, and then we build a ticket for it. So like we build like a tracker. So just so everyone knows, the way that we track changes for edgeful, like when people ask for things, if one person asks, we obviously add it to a list, but if like 15 people are asking for something, then that like we'll reprioritize the list of the things that we're going to do. So if you guys want something, always like be vocal about what you want. Like don't be shy to be like, hey, can you guys do this? Can you add this customization? Can you build this report? Can you create this indicator? Can you do whatever else? Because we do that. So we've built edgeful with you guys over the last 2.5 years. Like we take suggestions, and for anyone who's been around for a while, you'll know that that is the case. Like most of the reports we have are by request. For example, the IB closing zone is something that Zinc asked for. So we did that, obviously. So please don't be shy to reach out to our support with like, hey, can you guys add this? Wow.
Yeah, why not go and take the high, huh? Why
Look
not?
at that. 150 IB algo, 7 prop accounts. Awesome. Love to see it.
The market is really about to say, watch me. 150 points? The previous day's high? I can do it.
240 now, dude. Dude, I don't know if it's going to do it.
SPY is
I don't know if NQ. I don't
knocking
know
on
if
the
NQ
door.
will do it.
Well, we do. The other stat we have too is that the previous day in London gap, all those orders from Monday into Tuesday morning that didn't get filled, those need to go back and get filled. So I call that the previous day in London gap. That's not something in edgeful. That's my own finding.
Yeah.
So everyone.
By the way, guys, we have a giveaway that we're going to do in 3 minutes.
228 so far.
We're giving away 5 free months of edgeful. So 5 people are going to win 1 month. If you already have an edgeful sub, you can still win. We will just add that month to your account. So comment edgeful in the chat to enter. You only have to do it once. If you've done it already, you're taken care of. So yeah, do that because we're going to do the drawing soon. Once we start the drawing, then you're like nobody's things count after that.
So I have a question I'd like to answer here because I get asked this quite frequently. It's from Grumpy, which I believe he's still in here. Do I get more? Do I make more from trading, or do I get more from people using my code? I can proudly say that I've made more from trading than people using my affiliate code. Now I will add in, because my social media following is getting much larger, it's getting very close, and it's not really much that I can do to control that because I can only make so much while trading. Before, like I have almost 20K. I'm about to hit 20K followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's ramping up, but I've still made more trading than I have from affiliate codes. Very proud to say that. So far this year, I'm at 112,000 in payouts, and then I can request. I believe after hours there, we're gonna go and take that high right now. By the way,
I can't believe it.
And then Q's is 200 points away, 190 points away. SPY's definitely gonna go and take the high at the very least.
That's a reverse right now.
I should be able to get another. We took the high.
Yep. It's unbelievable.
SPY hasn't yet.
ES just tagged it.
I should be able to take another 15,000 after hours today from Top Step, so I'll be at 127 year to date. My goal for the year was 180, and I hit 100. I hit 100,000 within the first 3 months, and then the last 2 months I have gone on a crazy dry spell.
Which is part of the deal.
There's the high on SPY. That is insane.
Well, I mean, the IB closing zone on ES is not like we figured that the IB high would break, and then once the IB high breaks, then like you don't want to expect
the closing zone only it wasn't terribly significant. It was 50-50 just about, but this
at the 75 was it at the 75? No, it was okay.
It was between 50 and 75.
Yeah.
So it was 55-44.
Yeah.
This happening though, so us taking previous day's high, but Q's taking previous day's low, that alone is 8%. And then if Q's goes and double breaks, that's a 6% stat getting hit. So I don't, whatever the math is for that, if you add all of them together, you're probably all the way down at 0.2. All right, let's get this giveaway rolling, shall we? We had a pretty rough New York session. Shout out to all the Asia traders out there. We're having a great time. First draw coming in. Good luck. Jeff Norda 4346. It's our first one. Second one coming in right away because it is already 11. We'll run through these real quick. Nathan P, there you go. It's been in chat every day.
There you go.
Congratulations.
So you guys need to reach out to hello@edgeful.com. Take a screenshot of your YouTube profile and send it to hello and tell us that you won, and then we'll deal with it from there.
Third one coming in. Man, this is making me sick to look at the mark with those SPY calls now. They're at 500. Laszlo Muskie. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Fourth one. So again, make sure you guys reach out to hello@edgeful.com. Screenshot of your
Robert
YouTube.
almost got it.
91 Forever Trader. And last one coming in. Good luck.
Wow.
Shame Estate. You're just asking about SpaceX earlier.
Yep.
All right, we got Jeff Norda, 4346, Nathan P, 5920, Laszlo Muskie, 91 Forever Trader, and Seamus Stake, 3035.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Wow, congrats.
Same thing next Friday, everyone. Next Wednesday, not next Friday. All right, that will do it for the stream today. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you did like it, make sure to drop a thumbs up on the YouTube stream. See you guys tomorrow.